What's up guys, it's Uberjack here with another video for you today, and this one we're talking about the surge in 2020. And what a good time to start. Look at the surge. Okay, it's just died down, but do you see how high it was then, guys? 2.9, even 2.1. Now why I want to talk about the surge in 2020 is because it's undergone some adjustments, and not only adjustments, it's undergone some changes in certain areas, not everywhere. I know London I don't think has been affected or anything's changed, but certainly in other areas, Cardiff, there's a few other places. A couple of you guys have commented on a few of my videos letting me know as well, where Uber trialed capping the surge. Now they've never said that officially, and there's people who dispute it, but trust me, what you're seeing now and what you're seeing a minute ago then, that 2.9 and things like that, that's how things used to be up until about I'd say like the start of November maybe, when they said that they were going to put the fares up to 20% extra on the weekend. Then as soon as they said that, it was almost like the surge got capped, and it was very much, you know, a thing where it didn't, you know, it wasn't as sort of regular, it wasn't as you know, it was very hard to predict. Whereas it's actually, when it's like this, and this is how it was before, it was actually quite easy to predict. You could predict it based on things like the weather. You could predict it on things based on things like what time it was of the day, what day it was, things like that. Like weekends, Friday night, Saturday night, were always surging. We hadn't had that through November or December for such a long time. Even big nights like Black Friday, New Year's Eve, you know, around that Christmas week, it wasn't surging at all. This surge happens to be disappearing as we speak, which is you know, often the case, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video was that the surge was most definitely capped, and it's most recently been changed back to what it was now. And obviously that's a good news for drivers. Or is it a good news for drivers? It's up for debate. It really is up for debate, because many of us made very good money over this period where I said that they capped the surge. And as you can see, I've not had a single job come through while it's been surging, and this is something that guys that are new to the game, I won't be accepting that. And this is something that guys that are new to the game sometimes fail to understand, that just because it's surging, it doesn't mean that there's jobs available. It means that basically there would be jobs available, but you know, when customers see the price, they're really put off by that price. And that's the whole point of the surge. It's not to oh yeah, there's loads of customers here, there's not many drivers, let's rinse them. It's to basically put customers off booking and to get drivers into that area. Now you need to know that customers will be put off. I mean, 3 times the fare, that's like £6 to £7 as soon as you get in the car, let alone however far you go in, or let alone, you know, any other factors that are involved. Not many people will be paying that, not on a Monday night anyway, at 9:30, let me tell you. So a lot of guys make the mistake of believing that I've heard this a lot of the time, fake surge, and that's nonsense, guys. It really is, because as soon as you understand that you don't get jobs just because it's surging, you know, you're likely to, but you're not guaranteed a job. People will be in a surge and go, it's a fake surge because I'm not getting any work. It's a 3 times fare, mate. You're not going to get any work. Even at a 2 times fare, you know, people are going to wait. People are getting clever now. They understand how the game works. It's not like when Uber first launched, when they could, you know, people weren't really 100% on what they were doing, things like this. People are aware now that a surge won't last long. Like, look, this is gone now completely. I'm glad we got that one on camera, guys. I really am. Did you see that? What was it? 5 miles away for £2 to £4. That was bad. That's as bad as I've ever seen it. Well, I won't lie. So yeah, you know, the surge is going through changes. It's a bit erratic as well at the moment, I would say. Like, this isn't how it was before November. It'll come up and be, and you know, it'll sort of, it's like excessively surging now, if that makes sense. Like just then, that surge that you were seeing at the start of the video, that wasn't an accurate surge. I'm not saying it, I'm not agreeing that it was a fake surge. It probably was justified, but the amounts and how quick it came up and then it quickly disappeared, that kind of stuff is new, and it makes me think that we're going through another cycle of change with the surge and Uber and, you know, whatever they're testing right now. We're going through another cycle of change now to you know, to basically see if this might work. You know, they're all doing testing behind the scenes. So when they capped the surge from November to December in certain areas, if they worked out that they were making roughly the same money than that they were beforehand, you know, that is a win for them, because, you know, customers don't really. I'm turning down a lot of trips here, mainly because they're little small ones. Not that I don't take little small ones, and mainly because I just want to get this video wrapped up. So people, so Uber basically, you know, they don't want to be charging customers 3 times the fare, 4 times the fare, 2 times the fare. They don't, because it does look bad on them, even though, you know, the customer agrees to it prior. It does look bad, especially if it's long trips and they're getting charged £500. Just getting an array of really crap jobs now. I'm actually going to log out for a minute. Gotta watch that acceptance rate, guys, like I said in the last video, and mine's looking good at the minute, so yeah, I don't want to mess up too badly. But you can see why Uber would be interested in testing out capping the surge, because, as I say, charging customers 3-4 times the amount is bad for business. It looks bad for them. If they can make the same kind of money from a 2 times cap, you know, that they won't go any higher than that, I'm sure that's something they will run with. But I think we're into another era of testing. I say era, another couple of months, I guess, of testing with the surges now, where it seems like they're over erratically, you know, surging the map when it probably doesn't need to be surged that much, which can be a good thing for drivers, but can also be a bad thing. Like, you see me then, I just drove from the start of this video, which is coming up to where I am now, because I'm going back that way, drove from there all the way to where it was surging, which was the city centre, and we didn't get a thing. Now before that, before the night started, we've been popping off, really. Let me just show you my weekly summary. I say popping off, it's been good. 3 hours 13, almost 60 quid, so that's almost £20 an hour for the first 3 hours. So before that surge started happening, it was popping off. So sometimes the surge is actually a bad thing. Personally, for me, I like the 20% increase on fares on the weekend, and if we had that all week, I don't think we would really need a surge, and you can just save it for very particular moments when it really is rammed. That would probably work, because trust me, that extra 20% makes all the difference. That's basically what the commission is on, you know, almost what the commission is on the fares when they're at normal price. So that's my preference, because like you say, you don't actually get work when it surges. You can do on certain occasions, but a lot of the time it's doing what it's meant to do. And what it's meant to do, guys, is put customers off and lower demand. That's what it's there for, and that's what it really does do. Because people, as I say, they're not stupid anymore. They're not just going to go, oh, 4 times fare, that's going to cost me 80 quid instead of 20. I'll do that right now. You know, they're not going to do that. They know from experience, because, you know, that's how we learn from experiences. They know that in due course, maybe in a matter of minutes, that will go back down to £20. They just saved themselves 60 quid. So this is the state of the surge right now, and like I say, I think it's different for London. I think it's just been kept the same, hasn't really changed, but definitely cities outside of London across the UK have seen different changes over the last couple of months, and the current state of it now in 2020 is that it's erratic, in my opinion. It really is, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm leaning on that it's a bad thing, no, I won't lie, because of the reasons that I just told you guys, and I'm interested to see what happens. You know, let's keep an eye out, guys, and let's see where this goes. Could we be heading for a permanent cap? Which, as I say, sounds bad, but I've done 2 months of that, and I can tell you that it wasn't really that bad, especially with the 20% increase of fares on the weekend. Are we heading for maybe a price increase throughout the week? Are we heading back to normal? You know, things are changing, and this will always be the case, I feel, with Uber. They're going to try things, they're going to change things, they're going to see what works, what doesn't work, and we're all the guinea pigs at the same time. So, guys, catch you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.